Good morning. I want to welcome you today to the Neighborhood Alliance 95th Annual Meeting. I'm Alicia Foss, President and CEO of Neighborhood Alliance. We thank you for joining us. Today you will take part in our regularly scheduled Board of Directors meeting, learn more about the programs and services offered by Neighborhood Alliance, and hear a recap of the year 2021. I want to take a moment before we get started to thank our supporters, volunteers, Board of Directors, and our team for all that you've done to help us continue to serve the community. It's your encouragement, guidance, financial support, and help with programs and projects that makes our work possible. We appreciate everyone who has joined us on our mission in 2021 and beyond. Before I introduce our interim board chair, I would like to share with you a quick video.
You've probably heard of Neighborhood Alliance. After all, we've been around for over 90 years. But did you know we offer a lot of different resources? Our programs fall under 4 main categories. Child enrichment services. We provide childcare and early education for kids between 6 weeks and 12 years. This includes preschool, summer camp, before school, and after school activities. Family support services. Whether it's preparing parents for their baby's arrival, helping new parents grow their skills, supporting kids with delays in development, or helping kids get ready to start kindergarten, we support families of all kinds at no cost to the family. Senior enrichment services. We're here to make sure older adults in our community have someone to talk to, a hot meal when they need it, and that their family and caregivers have support too. And shelter and emergency services. Haven Center Homeless Shelter serves men, women, and families. It's also an extended stay shelter, giving our people much needed stability while they find permanent housing. Projects for Assistance in Transition from Homelessness, or PATH, meets our unhoused neighbors where they are and helps them connect to mental health providers, housing, healthcare, and other services. We're helping communities grow stronger by meeting critical needs and empowering individuals and families. To learn more, visit myneighborhoodalliance.org, helping communities grow stronger.
Good morning. I am Kathy Valderrama, and I'm the Intern Board Chair for Neighborhood Alliance. I'd like to welcome all of you to our annual meeting, which we conduct every June to allow our supporters the opportunity to participate as we reflect on the past year and look ahead into the new year. For those that have been actively following us, you are very aware of the excitement related to the growth of Neighborhood Alliance and the impact it will have on helping others in Lorain County. Before we dive into these exciting activities underway, we would like to conduct official board business in terms of voting our executive committee on for the next year, the induction of new board members, and voting in members of our current board who are continuing their terms. At this time, I'd like to call a motion to call this meeting to order. So as we announce the individuals that have stepped up to serve on the executive committee, I would like to thank Michelle McGee for her role in leading the nominating committee this year. We appreciate all of your efforts in helping us to build a slate of candidates who will serve in a leadership role for the next 12 months. At this time, I'd like to share that list of individuals for the executive committee. Starting with Secretary Gina Carlson. All in favor? Aye. Thank you. For Treasurer Mike Bickerton. All in favor? Aye. Thank you. For Vice Chair Rich General. Aye. Aye. Thank you. And Board Chair Kathy Valderrama. All in favor? Thank you. And at this time, I would also like to share the names of those who are continuing in their board roles as their previous term has concluded. So at this time, that individual who is continuing is Michelle McGee. All in favor? Thank you. And next we have 2 new candidates who are joining our board and serving a 3-year term. First, Tammy Bertrand. All in favor? Aye. Thank you. And Max Upton. All in favor? Aye. Thank you very much. So congratulations to everyone serving on the executive committee, for those that are continuing in their board roles, and for those that are just joining us. We are looking forward to a productive and exciting year. So before I turn it over to Mark for the CFO report, there is one item of official board business which we need to address. So I'll be reading the following resolution, which we will need a board vote at this time. And that resolution is, this resolution of the Neighborhood Alliance Board of Directors authorizes its president and CEO, Alicia Foss, and/or its CFO, Mark Shavat, to make business decisions and conduct business transactions, including but not limited to signing checks, making deposits, cashing checks, opening bank accounts, and opening and/or signing for vendor accounts and contracts. This is for both Neighborhood Alliance and Neighborhood Alliance LLC. I would like a motion to approve.
So moved.
And could I have a second?
Second.
Thank you. All in favor? Aye. All right, thank you very much. So at this time, I would like to turn it over to Mark Shavat, our CEO for Neighborhood Alliance.
Good morning. My name is Mark Shavat. I'd like to thank the board and all of those watching remotely for taking time out of your schedules to attend our annual meeting today. When I look back at 2021 and the first part of 2022, the word that best describes Neighborhood Alliance's finances is milestones. Milestones. Over the past year, we have achieved a number of significant financial milestones. First, in 2021, our annual operating cash revenue exceeded $4 million for the first time in the organization's history. This was accomplished through the generous combination of federal, state, local government agencies, many local private foundations, and even some national foundations, and the generous giving of private individuals. It seems that we've now divided the world into two periods of time, the pre-pandemic world and the post-pandemic world. Neighborhood Alliance has, the cost of our services from 2019, the pre-pandemic world, has increased by $1 million until 2022. So the fact that we have increased our operating revenue by $1 million in that time frame means that the community has stood up and joined with us in generous partnership and support to meet the needs of the community. And these needs are not going away. I mentioned the cost of providing these services, and it's another significant milestone for us. 88 cents of every dollar that's given to Neighborhood Alliance goes directly to client services. A generally accepted benchmark is 75 cents of every dollar should go to client services. So we've greatly exceeded that milestone at 88 cents. However, we're not satisfied with that. Our goal over the next few years is to elevate that to 90 cents of every dollar to go directly to client services. Finally, in 2021, we began a multi-year, multi-phase capital improvement building and renovation program. We've obtained sufficient funding through government and private support to begin the first phase of that project. Our goal is to complete all the phases, the numerous phases, without debt or long-term obligations. I began with the word milestones, and I want to finish with two words, and those two words are stewardship and sustainability. Those are very important because those are the guiding principles of the financial department of Neighborhood Alliance. First, stewardship. It is our goal to always be the best and most efficient stewards of the resources that are given us. And that is because we want to be sustainable. We want to have a healthy, solid financial foundation so that we can continue to provide the necessary services to Lorain County for generations to come. Again, I thank you for your support and your partnership for helping us to accomplish that goal.
There's a quote that I came across recently that I think sums up the way in which Neighborhood Alliance has come through the last few years. It says, adaptability is about the powerful difference between adapting to cope and adapting to win. As we know, much of our lives changed in 2020. Neighborhood Alliance spent the better part of 2020 adapting to cope. Living in survival mode like everyone else, We changed our programs to make home visits virtual, to make our childcare centers safer, and to help people to survive during the pandemic. We also had to make sure that we could continue to run our programs and support those we serve through an extremely difficult time in what is now our 95-year history. All of this was with the goal of making it through, of coping. It wasn't about growth or adding services, it was about getting to the other side, coming out of the pandemic alive and with our organization intact. However, in 2021, we really learned to adapt to win. While the pandemic continued to rage, we were able to shift our focus from changing our existing programs to starting to think about what else we could do to serve. We learned how to open warming centers in the wintertime to help the unsheltered homeless find a safe place to sleep and be warm. In 2021, the warming centers helped over 20 individuals during the winter season. Our shelter numbers during that time reached an all-time high that winter, topping out at 105 people in our care, 40 of which were children. This increase in demand further highlighted the need for shelter expansion in the county, as our numbers reached almost double our shelter capacity. We designed and started a program called Family Strong, with a focus on teaching our staff and the parents of the children we serve to be more aware of themselves and their emotions as they use a curriculum called Conscious Discipline to encourage better behavior. We plan to continue teaching this curriculum to the rest of our child-focused teams. In late 2021, we opened the first mobile senior center, a pilot program in the city of Oberlin. We have been able to provide more amenities than we did when we had a physical location, streamlined our service offerings to focus on what matters most to the older adult population, and we're still working very diligently to expand these services in other locations throughout Lorain County where senior centers are not currently available. We took so many tiny steps that on the surface didn't seem like much at the time, but they laid the groundwork for new funding opportunities and for us to work alongside government officials, partner agencies, and a number of wonderful community members. The result of all of this growth is the building project that you see taking place in our facilities right now. Without the proper infrastructure, we would not be able to continue to grow and strengthen our programming. Because of generous funding from the Lorain County Commissioners and a number of private donors, we were able to secure enough funding to plan the first phase of the renovations of the former Elyria YMCA. Funding from the state operating budget has allowed us to make progress on our plans to end the waiting list for home-delivered meals in Lorain County. With our new neighborhood nutrition kitchen renovations now underway, we continue to look forward to the next phases of our project and turning our attention in the coming months to the expansion of the shelter facility as well. Our last strategic plan was written in 2018, shortly after I began my position as CEO of this amazing organization. We wrote a 5-year plan to stabilize and begin growing an organization that was already well established in Lorain County. When you write a strategic plan, you use what you know to be true to outline what you hope will happen. You set goals, you dream about the possibilities, and then you set out to accomplish your objectives. During that strategic planning session, we wrote a vision and mission statement for the organization that go as follows. Our vision: Neighborhood Alliance envisions a community that cares for and continually improves lives. Our mission: Neighborhood Alliance helps communities grow stronger by meeting critical needs and empowering individuals and families. Both of these statements hold true today just as much as they did in 2018, although a lot has changed. There wasn't much time in the last busy couple of years to sit back and review our strategic plan, but the amazing thing is that when I did just recently review it, I realized we are meeting so many of the goals that we set in that plan without even realizing it. I believe that when you have a common goal and a clear vision for the future, you don't have to constantly check to see if you're making progress. You know you're making progress every day. You see the growth, the stretching that comes with making big changes, the opportunities that exist to make a bigger impact, and how they relate back to your mission and vision. Staying true to your goals and your organization's roots, taking small steps to make dreams a reality helps everything else fall into place. You can have big wins even as you adapt to great change. Thank you.
As I prepared for this meeting today, I came across a statistic to the number of nonprofits that are operating in Lorain County. Any ideas of how many are located here in our community? It's over 2,000. It's 2,144 to be exact, according to Business Volunteers Unlimited. So what an amazing community we live in to have this many organizations dedicated to serving those that need additional assistance. So let's take this one step further. How many of those 2,000 have been operating for over 95 years, like Neighborhood Alliance? Obviously, this number goes down when you look at longevity. Yet what makes Neighborhood Alliance so special that they have been able to continue serving in the community for so long? I looked to the last 2 years for that answer. COVID has had an impact on everyone's lives in many different ways. And for those at Neighborhood Alliance, it dramatically changed the way they operated. Pivoting at a moment's notice, continuously looking at every aspect of the organization to find efficiencies, keeping services operating as normal as possible, all while ensuring the health and the well-being of their clients as well as their employees were prioritized. The team at Neighborhood Alliance were relentless in their efforts to address every challenge that came their way. They stepped up to develop innovative practices and took risks in testing out ideas that were never thought of being implemented before. The focus on growth and opportunity was the key. And this is why they have been around for so many years. They focus on what is best for the people that they serve, even if this means trying things that have been never tried before. Any organization that can step up to the challenge with passion and perseverance, as the team at Neighborhood Alliance did, can weather any storm that comes their way. I think I can speak for everyone on the board that we are incredibly proud of the leadership and staff at Neighborhood Alliance. We are in awe of the way you approach your everyday work and always thinking of those who you serve. It has been an amazing 95-year journey for the organization, and we can't wait to see what's in store for the upcoming years for Neighborhood Alliance. For those that were in attendance at our April Gala, you saw the energy and excitement of everyone in the room on what the future holds for the organization. The building of the Neighborhood Nutrition Kitchen and the expansion of the Haven Center are just the start to an amazing journey as Neighborhood Alliance prepares for the next phase of its history. We are all appreciative of your continued support of this organization. Thank you so much for joining us today and being part of this event. At this time, I'd like to invite you to watch a video that was recently created to showcase some of the services of Neighborhood Alliance.
Neighborhood Alliance has been compassionately caring for the community since 1927. With an inspired mission of enhancing neighborhoods, Neighborhood Alliance continues to expand its programs and services to address the diverse and changing needs of families and individuals alike. Our programs touch the lives of thousands every year, and in the last 2 years have been needed more than ever before. We are helping our community grow stronger by meeting critical needs. Child Enrichment Services provides quality childcare for infants, toddlers, preschoolers, and school-aged children before and after school. Enrolled families are offered food, clothing, referrals, family engagement programming, and holiday support, including Christmas gifts. 97% of the population we serve lives in poverty. Family support services offer in-home parenting support, including access to education and services for new moms and their babies to help ensure the health of the children in our community. 16 staff employed in these services impacted the lives of 1,965 children under the age of 5 through home visits, phone check-ins, and early literacy connections last year. Shelter and Emergency Services Haven Center provided over 19,000 shelter nights last year to men, women, and intact families with children. 12 babies under the age of 1 called Haven Center home for 211 nights last year. Our Shelter and Emergency Services team strives to make sure each person who comes to us has their immediate needs met and gets connected to the support they need to move forward with their lives. Senior Enrichment Services provides 80% of the Lorain County home-delivered meals on 11 routes we operate across our service area. In response to tremendous needs during the pandemic, we provided 35,354 more meals in 2021 than in 2020. But we once again have a wait list with 53 seniors requesting home-delivered meals. Our services are necessary to so many in our community, and we are honored to serve as we come together to help our community grow stronger.
Thank you so much for your time and attention today as we reflected back on the past year and shared insights into what is come at Neighborhood Alliance in the next several months. We hope you continue your engagement with us as we have many amazing opportunities for our funders, supporters, volunteers, and the community to participate in. Next up is our Family Fun Walk at Lorain County Community College on Saturday, September 10th. Bring your family and your friends for a fun-filled morning of activities with all proceeds benefiting Neighborhood Alliance programming. We welcome all of you to stay in touch with us via our social media channels, as well as signing up for our newsletters for our other upcoming activities and opportunities to participate in. I would like to call this meeting to a close. Could I please have a motion to approve? Thank you. Second?
Second.
Thank you. All in favor? Aye. This meeting is now adjourned. Thank you again for joining us today.